We have some people sitting on the side, so those of you with chairs next to you, if you can scoot in a little bit so people get a chance to sit down, and also there are some chairs in the front. So, because the people sitting on the side here, we need to have you off the stairway. Okay, so the next thing, we have two sections in our presentation this morning where we're talking about things that are coming, or they're bubbling away in the labs, and Isaiah is going to present the first section. It's cool stuff that's actually happening right now. So Isaiah?
Thanks, Brad. Good morning, everyone. How's everyone doing? Yeah, so I want to talk about cool stuff that we're working on now. This is basically active development. We're working on it now. We'll be working on it for the next month or so and releasing it. Some of the changes you guys have seen roll out over the last couple of weeks, and some of them you'll see coming in the next few weeks. So just to get started, I want to talk a little bit about how we decide what to work on and what some of our goals are whenever we're working on features at Roblox. These are three things we always have in mind. They kind of feed back into each other, and they're our idea of what an amazing product is. So first and foremost, we want more engaging play. We want to get users into great games that they really enjoy. We want to get them in fast, and we want those games to be collaborative and fun and high quality. So whenever we're thinking about features, we want to think, how can we make more engaging gameplay for all of our users? The second one is better building. We want our product, we want Roblox Studio, we want building games. We want to be the best building game out there in the market. We want, the more that we improve our building tools, the more our users can make amazing games that benefit the entire community. And really these two things, if we can nail more engaging gameplay and better building, then it creates more opportunities for all of our users to build. So the first one, many of you have probably seen this on the website, it's thumbs up, thumbs down. This is giving the user community the ability to say whether or not they enjoy the game. And we can take those games that users are really enjoying, and we can put them in front and get more users in there playing them. We've incorporated it on the game page itself, and we're working on incorporating into the list of games that we show when you're searching or when you're browsing for games to play. This is really about getting the games that the users like out there and broadcast to a broader audience, rather than what Roblox thinks is great games. So here you can see this is the widget where you would indicate whether or not you like it and tells you what the rating is. So we've integrated thumbs up, thumbs down into a new game page layout. The idea here is we want to create new and better ways for users to browse and find games. Part of that, the previous version of the games page had a maximum of 12 games that you could see, and you'd have to page frequently. Now, depending on your monitor, you can see 20 to 40 games. And we're introducing new segments of games that we'll show to give you more variety in how you browse. On the hover widget for this, you'll now see the ratings, so you can decide, before you even have to click in to read about the game, whether or not you think it's worth your time. Speaking of new ways of searching and discovering games, we're going to take thumbs up, thumbs down rating, and we're going to start integrating that into how we show our game results. That's going to be the first step in really just a broader search and discovery campaign that makes it easier for users to find their stuff, find stuff that's relevant for them, find stuff that we think that they'll like. The next thing that we're working on is a more streamlined mobile experience. We introduced the iPad last year. It was very popular. We created a mobile site as well, also popular. This year, and actively right now, we're trying to find a way to streamline the mobile experience, to really cater to the interfaces and the strengths of the different platforms. We want more touch events. We want it really to be optimized for a tablet when you're on a tablet. We want to optimize the screen real estate when you're on a smartphone. We just want to streamline the entire experience while keeping look and feel and the interactions that you have with our site and our products consistent feeling. The next step that we're doing for mobile is instant join. The idea here is new users, when they come to Roblox, they're experiencing it through a mobile platform, a tablet, a phone. We want them to be able to get into the game instantly without any barriers. So they can come in, there's a play now, they'll click on that and they'll get in as a guest. So basically, they'll come in, play now, there's game results, they can choose which game they want, and they're in and they're playing. While we're working on mobile and while we're working on the new games page, there's going to be a couple pages that you'll see that will have this more, it's more modern, it's more intentional with artistic direction. We want to create a new look that's consistent across all platforms, all ways that users experience Roblox, and all products that Roblox offers. So talk about studio, game, the website. Any way that you're experiencing Roblox, we want there to be a unified, consistent, and more modern feeling look and feel. Part of that is the new homepage. The idea here, the existing homepage is not really showing a lot of relevant information. We want to, when you first come to Roblox on a given day, we'll show you information that's relevant that day to you. We'll have announcements, we'll have our blog roll, we'll have new feed items, we'll be showing your places, what you've recently played. Everything that kind of caters to you, so it's a portal. You arrive and you'll, at a glance, have everything that you want to do for the day. Additionally, we're always working on improving our build tools. We have just an ongoing effort of improving Studio and quashing bugs. We want to have a great building experience so you guys can make the highest quality games for each other. We're also introducing a binary format. I don't want to go too technical on this, but it basically means faster load times, faster save times, and faster join times. We've also introduced paid access, and this is really an experiment where we're trying to see how much of the economy we can open up globally to all users. This is a big feature. It's kind of a landmark in that any user, regardless of membership level, can participate, and we want to see where this experiment takes us and how much we can open up the site and reduce membership restrictions. So that's what we've got going on right now. I'm going to hand it off to Simon in a minute here to talk about our new unified and simple aesthetic. He's our technical director responsible for graphics and rendering. I guess I'll bring him up now. Thanks.
Thank you. Hey everyone, very good. First time in London, thanks for the opportunity to be here. I would know if I make it otherwise. I want to talk about the new ways we're thinking about how Roblox should look in-game and everything that has to do with 3D experience. So when we're thinking about how Roblox should look, we're trying to get something that looks very interesting, very distinctive, that when you see something, you will clearly get like, yeah, this is Roblox, I get it. At the same time, we want to leave all of the creativity and all of the different ways for you, our users, to actually use our platform and make games look how you want it to look. That's an interesting challenge. So we talked about this a little bit on the blogging before, so now it's time for that thing. So this is what our prototype kind of looks like, and this is the direction we're trying to go to. So there's a lot of things going on in this screenshots and the final game. This is one of the real levels that we built just for this case. It has some terrain, some parts, a lot of materials, and as you can see, we're going for some unified, but it's a mix between stylistic and realistic, right? Somewhere in the middle. So sand looks kind of like real sand, but not all the way. There's something unusual, something mix of engineering and more of a stylized look. Here's another shot that on the same level. And there's a lot of things that make this work as a whole. There's a lot of different materials. There's, as you can see, outlines, which is one of the most controversial features there. We'll talk about this more as we get into this. And there's lighting, which is what we released already. And there's new water effect and the different color balance that usually Roblox doesn't have. One of the things that's making this, that's part of this, we want to do more intention on water. And that's, all of this is running real time. It's not a pre-render. It's our prototype build. that lets you kind of do a glimpse of what Roblox might look like. There's a lot of big effects and small effects that make all of this. Water is, again, it's realistic but not all the way. Like, you can clearly see that it's something else, but that's what I think makes it very distinctive and very unique. So some of the parts of this vision started to trickle in, and let's start talking about the most recent one, and in fact one of the most unusual and controversial. We shipped part and tier outlines. This is how it looks right now in production. It's very subtle. It was there for about 2 weeks, I think, and there was a lot of feedback. There was a lot of interesting thoughts here. Some people like it, some people don't. Everyone kind of agrees that there's a lot of places where it makes everything looks more interesting and adds a lot of detail. This is the great example of the main material that Roblox has is plastic, and by its virtue, it's manufactured to be perfect. It's manufactured to not have any detail. So that's why having something that distinguishes it apart is very important. At the same time, a lot of people think that it doesn't quite work with the C-framing and more complex creations. So I'm pleased to announce that we're going to make them toggleable. That's what community asked for, and we've heard your feedback. We'll keep working on this. We're treating it as a signal that what we came up with is not as good as to enable it everywhere. So until we figure out the perfect way to do this that works for everyone, when instead we're giving you a lot of control. The first one and the easiest one is per place, you'll be able to say if you want them or not. On the lighting service, there's going to be outlines markers similar to how we have dynamic lighting and global shadows. And if you turn off, your place is not going to have it. But more importantly, we're giving you very detailed per part control. Not even per part, but per surface. Within the surface types, there's a new surface type called blank that lets you control if you have outlines or edges on a particular surface. And that means you can not just disable them everywhere, but on several surfaces to make your creation feel good with that. Here's an example. In this level, I completely removed outlines from the bus. As you can see, there's none. I made them very thick just to be able to see them more clearly. But here on the car, I disabled them only some of the edges. So that's why it's still only the silhouette, and it looks kind of interesting. So I can use outlines as a new artistic thing. So I'm highlighting this particular part here because it's really a different color and a different material. So that adds a new dimension to the building. And if you like it, to use all of this additional kind of mini game inside the game while you're building, you're totally open to. If you don't like it, there's always ways to turn it on. So having said this, the thing that we're going with all of this looks something like this. This is an existing level, one of the award-winning levels from Roblox of this year, actually. They win by Apple. And this is how it might look with all of the new materials, all of the new effects, outlines, additional details. And a lot of this, for us, feels like giving more mood, more certain look, and certain precision to it. So that kind of makes you appreciate how complex is the creation. So if you have any experienced builders, and hopefully we do a lot of them, please talk to me if you like it, don't like it, what's your feeling about this. My name is Simon, my Roblox name is Jim Walker, so I'm around here the whole day, up at the hackathon or R&D lab. Please talk to me, I would be happy to hear any feedback. All right.